You know, a lot of times I'm my own worst enemy. So
Liner out there again. Roden going back to the flower bed. Grand slam, Castellanos. That ball's hit well out to right field. Castellanos is on the run, out toward the wall, reaches up. He made the catch.
Castellanos has done it. Turner is scoring, and the Phillies walk it up.
He goes, "Can you arrange it?" I said, "Sure." So I arranged.
Pretty incredible dimensions of harmonies and production value that we were starting to see from Brian.
We took it and adapted the arrangement.
Alrighty, Chase Nation, welcome back to a brand new edition of the Quit Chasin Show. We're a little cheeky, a little irreverent, a little exhausted, but always unqualified. This is take two, folks, and we follow 162 when you aren't able to. I'm Alex Kruger. That's Danny Gerb. Danny, say hi to the folks.
Good vibrations. Hey, Alex, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastic, Danny. It has been 3 weeks since I have graced the Chase Nation airwaves, and I have missed it. But I have to say, Chris, Danny, Kim, phenomenal job on our last episode. I was thoroughly entertained on my way back from Orlando. You guys were a delightful listen. So nicely done. Great episode. Loved it to pieces, Danny.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. How was Not the Coast of Florida, Alex?
So Not the Coast of Florida was awesome. I got to meet some amazing people. The cool thing about working for a nonprofit and then going to the worldwide version of the end of year summit is you're surrounded by a whole bunch of people that care about their community and their job is to uplift it, and it's a really inspirational thing. But for the purposes of the Quit Chasin Show, I want to tell you about the coolest thing on this trip. Can I tell you what it was?
Please.
I was at a karaoke bar, but not just any karaoke bar, but a karaoke bar that had
the Japanese word for shitty singing.
Not when I'm doing it, but a karaoke bar with a live band accompanying you, not a track.
Oh, very cool.
At all.
Yes, yeah.
So there was probably a track list of 50. Here's the thing: I had at that point 3 glasses of wine, 3 margaritas, 2 beers. So I just picked the first thing I recognized, which was Linkin Park's "In the End," and evidently did a great job. So I did both the Mike Shadona and the Chester, and I heard some wonderful feedback. So doing karaoke, I love, and being able to play with an actual live band backing me was something I haven't done in 20 years, but I've wanted to for the last 20 years. So that was awesome.
Dun 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 dun. Mike Shirota.
What is your go-to karaoke song?
Oh, great question, man. So Dave has stolen a lot of them. Buddy
Matthews or Buddy Dave?
My buddy Dave.
For sure. Our buddy Dave. He's a friend of the show.
Friend of the show, and also my personal friend.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
I talked to him on the phone once.
That's true. You did. It's No Good. Depeche Mode is one of them.
Ooh,
Suspicious Eyes. Elvis is a big go-to of mine.
One of my favorites, but I didn't feel right doing it because I was at a work conference, Sublime Date Rape. I can really, really rock those vocals, Bradley. Also, Blur Song 2. That's a fun one to do.
Okay.
That's a really, really fun one to do.
Not everyone has it, but when they do have it, I will do Jimmy Chicken Shack's Do Right.
Ooh, big fan. Yeah. Nicely done.
But that's not in every book.
No, it's not. And you know what? That was the coolest thing about the live band, because they had, I was breaking it down for Heisey earlier, but they had a drummer, a lead guitarist, rhythm guitarist, a keyboardist, and then 3 backup doo-wop / 80s lady singers to do the backup vocals. It was absolutely the most electric karaoke I've ever done in my life. It was so cool.
Yeah, so there's a lot of them that come around Philly. I think the emo band, they actually tour with it, where it's pop punk stuff, emo stuff, but
little red jumpsuit apparatus.
It's live band karaoke stuff. So yeah.
Dude, awesome. I'm here for it. Folks, if you ever get a chance, it's not about making an ass of yourself. It's about having fun and exposing yourself musically. So Danny,
to minors
and majors, A minor.
Dano.
You have. Are you in need of a ruling, or is this a fair foul? You have something going on. What you got? Because I honestly don't remember, because I wanted to have a fresh take on it whenever you present it to me.
Yeah, so I didn't know we were going to do that right off the bat, even though
Literally
I'm looking
put it in the agenda. It's
Yeah.
exactly right there after banter.
right off the bat. So,
Okay.
hey, let's.
Did you have more banter? We can keep bantering. I'm here for it.
I'm just glad you. I'm glad you had a good trip. It's good to be back, Alex. It's been 3 weeks, really.
Roughly,
true?
just about, yeah. Something like that. I mean, we took off last week. The week before that was you and Chris, and then the week before that was us. So yeah, roughly 3 weeks.
Well, the interesting thing about it is, like, I don't know, maybe you can fill in the crowd while I look for this.
Do you want me to do the first couple of series in the weeks that were?
Oh, we can do it that way. Yeah, let's do it that way. That way we're not just rambling like boners, because we're going to do that for the rest of the show anyway.
All right, folks. So while Danny gets his things together, let me catch you up on some of the series leading up to this Marlins series that we're experiencing now. So first up, since the last time we checked in with you, and God dang it, it has been a
we
hot
did it.
minute.
We got there.
You're good?
This is how we do a show. No, I'm not. But
okay, cool. So first up, we're going to go through the Turnpike series, the battle for I-76. Philadelphia 4, Pittsburgh 5. The second game, Philadelphia 1, Pittsburgh 2. The third game, doggone it, Philadelphia 1, Pittsburgh 2. No recap needed. We got swept by the Pirates. We didn't do anything at the plate, and our pitchers could only do so much. Phils go 1-9 in the previous 10 with Chicago coming. Skeen still hasn't made us his bitch more than anyone else on any given day. It was cool to watch baseball in the second best major league park in the state. But again, next up was the Chicago Cubs. Philadelphia 4, Chicago Cubs 3, which was the final in 11. The second game, Philly 4, Chicago 8. It was bound to happen. And the third game, Philly 7, Chicago 2. Philly took the series from a division leader after coughing up the Turnpike series. This team is incapable of having a true identity, and it used to be super frustrating. But honestly, I think I'm finally disillusioned enough that my heart has calcified. I am not surprised by game outcomes anymore because we've seen it all. Hot streaks, cold streaks, series win streaks. Guys go down, small ball games, long ball games, Trey Turner web jams, Turner errors. There are no surprises anymore, which brings us to the next series. That's right, Toronto versus Philly. Toronto 0, Philly 8. Toronto 2, Philly 3, Toronto 4, Philly 11. It was nice to see old friends like Jeff Hoffman and Spencer Turnbull without having to feel the panic of a defeat to the Blue Jays. Again,
I was wondering what that was.
I have no idea. We've gotten knocked around by the Blue Jays. We've knocked them around. The hope of this season depends on which Philly team shows up in the fall and can they win 13 out of 22 games in the postseason. We aren't going to know until we're there, so fuck it. Let's just buckle up and enjoy the ride.
That's right.
That catches us up for everything up until the series, and we just have a final score of tonight's game. So that brings us up to the series to date. Anything you want to say on any of the stuff leading up to the Marlins series? Harper's out. Harper's been out. Nobody cares.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly right. No, I guess not. Other than I guess it's coming. It's coming in the next clip, and I'll say it then.
Okay. Yeah. So that's going to take us to Philadelphia and Miami series. First game, Philadelphia 5, Miami 2. Honest to God, Danny, it's a morgue. That's what Marlins Stadium feels like. It's a morgue with a baseball diamond in the middle. Watching that place on television is some of the least inspiring shit I've seen since the sad and lonely tank squeaked down Pennsylvania Avenue to celebrate the Army's 250th birthday and that toupee-wearing orange sickle wannabe Bond villain. Anyways, Phil's kept answering, got insurance run, played grown-up baseball. In the next game, go ahead. You got something to say?
Oh, yeah. Number one chant of the weekend for the No Kings protest here in Philadelphia. Fuck Trump, go Birds. Very Philadelphia.
Ooh, big fan of that. Big fan of that sentiment. Fuck Trump, go Birds.
Go Birds.
Next game, we've got Philadelphia 3, Miami 8. Well, if this isn't the litmus test of the season. In the previous game, our favorite Philly, Nick Castellanos, made an inappropriate comment after being taken out for a defensive substitution. Because of this, he was benched for the game, ending his consecutive games played streak at 236 games. Mom, go ahead and tell Dad Ripken's streak is going to stand. Anyways,
Getting
the litmus
close.
test.
Getting close.
And Danny, we are the perfect guys for this, so I'm going to put it in Twilight terms for you.
Okay.
Are you a team Casty or a team Topper?
We do not care what you have done, Carlisle. I am, believe it or not, man. So this is really tough. And if anyone knows anything about me, I hate fence sitting and or fence sitters. That being said, watch me do it.
Oh, shit.
I think it's really hard. Without knowing what he said, right?
Okay.
So that's where I'm at with it. So my default lean is to go Team Casty because just the way the Topper makes some weird. He knows how to manage people. That's what you hear about him all the time. He's a clubhouse guy. He knows how to manage people. All this kind of stuff, right? You hear it all the time. But then we as fans watching the game question a lot of his decisions constantly. It's what we do as fans. So I'm questioning this one. Without knowing what he said, I'm questioning this one. Do you remember, go back to the 23 season where Stott, and I forget exactly what he did, but the whole talk was like, you got to bench Stott, you got to bench Stott, you got to bench Stott. But he was on that 17, it ended up being a 17-game hit streak, and he didn't do it. Okay. The streak ends, and then, he has his day off, but it was also this guy hasn't benched anyone. Why are we doing it now? Without knowing what he said, I'm just gonna your burden of the proof is on the state, that's where I'm at with it.
All right, so here is the exact reason why I'm the exact opposite end of the spectrum as you are.
Fine.
Because I have been begging for Topper to show the superstars that they are not the ones running the team for the last 3 freaking years. So now he's finally going to do it. I'm good with it. And you know what? If whatever Casty did, there is no doubt in my mind, he passionately said whatever he said and got in trouble. And Topper was put in the position where he had to kind of I'm sorry for the crudeness, folks, but pull his dick out and show that he had the bigger one. It's his clubhouse, not the players. And I think we haven't seen this before, but maybe this is exactly what we need to see from Topper for that final evolution we need him to be that guy that can get us over the edge. And so far he hasn't been that guy, and I'm sure you're going to argue with this, but Charlie benched Jimmy before we got the pennant, and it worked out pretty well. So maybe this is part of that. Okay, okay, bitch, this is the team time. What do you think?
So I'm going to put speculation. Jimmy or Charlie benched Jimmy. There was very clear. Charlie let the public know, let the team know, this is what I want, this is what I expect. You are going to be benched if this happens. Jimmy didn't do that, and in post interviews said Charlie expects he doesn't ask much of us, but these are the few things that he asks. I got benched. That's the difference here. Thompson isn't gonna fucking bench anyone again. If you think this is a start of something, you are absolutely wrong. He benched Boom in the postseason to steal one from Chris on the Hall of Fame Club podcast that goes live Tuesdays at 9 over there on the Broken Bell Network. The Bomies, he benched them for the Bomies in the postseason. That was a soft benching. You saw him back in the lineup in the 5th inning. So if you think this is anything that's going to go further, you're absolutely wrong. If you don't think that Zach Wheeler is going to call up Topper the night before and say, switch my start time so I can stink it up later, and he's going to say, you're Zach Wheeler, you can do whatever you want, you're absolutely wrong. That's why I'm siding with Casty on this.
You're siding. All right, I can.
Cassie's the only one who's willing to pull his dick out and have some passion on the team. Maybe that's what pissed off Topper, that this passionless, lifeless MFer actually saw some passion from someone and didn't know how to deal with it. So I think it was complete bull-ass BS, because you're never going to see it again. Turner can go out there and have 13 errors a game, and he's not going to see it, Ben. Bomey can keep on having the Bomies and throwing his helmet around, and he's not going to get. So I don't think this is anything. You're not going to see it again. This was absolute nonsense. How so?
You already talked about how he benched Bohm in the postseason. So now you're saying
no. I said no. I called it a soft benching. I said even when he did it, you saw him again. You saw him in the lineup by the 5th that game. It was a soft bench. It wasn't even a real benching. So this guy has no conviction.
the Casty benching was also a soft benching because the very next day he was in the cleanup spot. But
he benched him for the game, right? He at least benched him for the game. Bones showed up in the fifth. Bones showed up in the fifth.
This is getting very close to ESPN territory, but my thing with Casty is sometimes you have to know how to manage the personality, not the team. And for Casty,
this pen is red, you idiot.
Blue. So I think with a guy like Casty, you do have to challenge him so that he does have a little bit of fuck you swagger in him. Because what I saw last night in the 9th inning, where he just threw up the shirt, showed the abs, and was like, "Yeah, bitches, I'm here." Like, yeah, that's what I needed to see from you, Casty, instead of you half-ass legging out, pop flies over there in right field because they aren't going to take you out. He has had a terrible defensive glove this year. He has not given a flying hairy ass fuck, and it was about time anyways. Like, Casty needed a wake-up call because he was coasting like a motherfucker. Tell me I'm wrong. Casty was coasting.
All right, so I think, listen, we're not numbers guys on this show, but the thing about that is this defensive metrics are
what they are,
subjective at best and unreliable. So does he look a little slow out there? Sure. Did he have those games against the Cubs where he probably should have made a couple of those plays? Absolutely. Is Marsh dropping them? Like, no. That's the thing. Like, well,
sometimes
the thing. Like, you can't say, hey, the defensive metrics are this, but also by the way, our shortstop, who probably should be a second baseman or a left fielder, yeah, let's vote him into the All-Star. Granted,
you know what? That is a completely separate argument. Trey is going to trade.
It's not.
That has nothing to do with
it's not.
No.
If
you can expect more out of Casty. Casty is a better defensive player at his position than Turner is at his position. So
then you just contradicted yourself.
No, you can expect more out of Casty than you can expect out of Trey. Every time Trey doesn't knock himself unconscious with a ball that's thrown in his general direction, I'm really, really happy. But I think if Casty gave a little bit more of a shit, he could make it on some of those outfield balls that he's just not even half-ass trying on. And of course he doesn't have errors when you don't get to the ball, but he's not trying as much as he could, and he's coasting. And that's what
I think he does. I just don't think he's that good of a defensive player. I don't think it's a lack of effort. I think it's a lack of just not being a very great right fielder.
I call bullshit. I've seen him as a good right fielder. He has it in him. He had bullshit. We've seen it. We've seen him
make some spectacular plays, right? But
we've postseason when it matters the most, he has done what he had to do in the outfield.
We've also seen the analytics and the metrics that Casty is absolutely 100% great when he is coming in from the whatever left. When he's going back on balls, he's absolutely dreadful. That has been the case for seasons on end now. And now we are getting a defensive substitution for him out of freaking nowhere in his hometown. The guy felt disrespected. Listen, like I said, what the start of this whole thing was, without knowing what he said, where and how and what, it's really hard to decide, right? It really is. I'm just saying it really is. But
it is. I agree emphatically. I do.
So that is why I'm taking the side of Casty. Plus, all those people that are like, this is what Topper, like, you think that lifeless, emotionless goon is gonna bench anyone else this season? No. There's a weird double standard going on here, and I just don't like it. So without knowing what he said, burden of proof is on the state. I'm Team Casty.
Here's a question for you. Was this whole thing just performative? Was this just a performative? Was this just to get Philadelphia media to shut the hell up about their top 11? Because it's the dumbest thing I've ever seen take over the airwaves for a week and a half. I swear to God, if I have to see another top 11 list from Philadelphia media, I'm going to blow my freaking brains out. But is this just one of those things where it's, oh, okay, it's mid-June, let's find something to talk about?
No, I don't know. I mean, like, if you want to get that conspiratorial, what about Building 7? So come on,
well, all right, fair enough. All right, then should we continue the Miami series?
Yeah.
All right, so far it's 1-1. Philadelphia 4, Miami 2. The Casty revenge game. After discovering consequences, Casty came back in, hit good balls, caught good balls, and was a very good boy. Stoddy must hate the Miami Marlins because, again, the little fielder that could bangs a multi-run home run, and that was all we needed. Ranger was all kinds of Rangers, and if nothing else, watching him pitch a gem will always make the rest of a game worth it. Danny, anything to add, or should I just finish out this series?
I don't care anymore.
Coolio, Philadelphia 2, Miami 1. We got out of there. Series win, all that good jazz, folks. Sanchez did his job. It was one of those games, and we got out of the most haunting and weird park in America with a 3-1 series win. So screw it. I'll take it. I'm so happy. Danny, what are your thoughts 20 minutes in, leading into the ad break?
Yeah, so you're ripping on the park. It's actually a very lovely park. I think the fact that it is Miami and they're dealing with those Florida Heat, that has nothing to do with the Phillies. This has nothing to do with the Phillies. But they're dealing with that Miami Heat that they're constantly closing that roof. And it presents better on television with people in it, first of all. But also if that roof's open. So, I don't know. Just food for thought.
No, I like it. I can respect it. But so honestly, dude, I think wow, I just duded you on air. That I've never duded you, I think. But at the end of the day, my main takeaway of all the time that I've been away from the game and the pod and all that is this Philadelphia Phillies team that we have in front of us is the amalgamation of every single Philadelphia Phillies team we've seen over the last 3 to 30 years. And we are not going to know how this is going to play out until the last game of the season. And that's exciting, but that's also horrific and terrifying. And I hate it and I love it. And buckle up, folks. Who knows what we're going to give you week to week, because this team is going to go hot. It's going to go cold. It's going to be frustrating. It's going to be fascinating. It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be awful. And we're just here for the ride. So buckle up. We're going to have fun with you. Keep plugging in, because God only knows what happens from here. Danny, what are you thinking?
Yeah, no, I think you're right. And I don't know if I missed it in your week that was, but I thought there was a part where you said, you don't know what the identity of this team is and nothing surprises you anymore. And I'm kind of right there with you. Like, I kind of went on a little bit of a text rant with you. I think it was today about
it could be any day.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you, bud. I know who I am.
I love it.
I know who I am. But I was kind of making the case of like the Ben Revere and the Jake Arrieta teams and Papelbon being a dick were more fun teams to watch. Like this, like manic. They're a good team. They have talent, but they're so manic, and from day to day is so whatever. It's not fun. And
but we deserve fun, Danny, because we have been bitching for the last 2 years that they're having too much fun and not enough of a business attitude.
Well, that's what I was about to say.
So,
I'm not saying you need to throw gum on every guy, but I don't know. We can be happy.
How can we be happy if that's
I don't know. The Padres are playing fun baseball right now. They're a fun, spunky team playing fun baseball, drilling Ohtani. They're not doing the water and gum thing.
Okay. Let's be honest about global warming.
The Cubs are the Cubs are playing fun baseball right now. There's a lot of teams.
You just took 2 out of 3 from the Cubs, though.
I'm not saying they don't lose baseball games. I'm saying they're playing a fun brand of baseball. Like, there are games that you watch. If you watch the Sunday night games or whatever, there are teams that are playing way more fun ball than the Phils.
Isn't that our fault? The voices of Philadelphia, the people that talk about Philadelphia sports, isn't it our fault that they're not having fun at this point? Because we won't let them have fun.
I don't even mean having fun. I don't even mean having fun. Oh, look at them. They're doing the ball thing at second base when they get a double. Or, oh, Marsh is sneaking up behind people to pour gum on him after every win. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just saying the games are entertaining to watch. They're fun to watch. I'm not having fun watching this full season. This team is not a fun watch. They're a good team. They're going to make the postseason. Let's see what happens at the deadline. But as far as entertainment value and enjoying this team, it's so manic. It's not fun.
we were honestly, man, like we know who they are. We know who we are. We were never meant to enjoy these games leading up until the
Well, that's
postseason,
the
like,
argument that I was
and
trying to
that's
make to
the
you
shit.
over the text. So, like, when Papelbon is doing his weirdo stuff, like, even though the team was dreadful,
When
like,
nothing matters and Vance Worley is having fun, we're all having fun.
right?
But like that's a
had
circus show, and that's just entertainment. That's not real.
Last
This is real.
season-
We have real guys now.
last
So, like, let's
season
buckle
was
up.
fun. They played fun baseball. I mean, they went through their streaks just
Didn't
like
we crucify them for having fun though? When we didn't want them to have fun.
no,
We
no,
wanted them
no,
to be
no.
business.
We crucified them for like the Marsh sneaking up behind people to dump water on him when he went 0 for 100. That's what we crucified. We said, "Hey, Marsh, man, we get it. Have the clubhouse, but like at the same time, like maybe today's not the day that you get some extra camera time." That's
So
what
you're
we
saying
crucified.
this year has been an overcorrection. Would you
I'm
argue
not-
that this year's
no,
been an overcorrection?
No,
or not?
you're missing what I'm saying completely.
Apparently. Tell me what you're saying then.
I'm not saying the antics and the stuff they do. I don't care about that. I'm saying the games being played on the field, the outs, 27 outs, the 1 through 9 is not fun to watch.
You are correct. And until they bring a parade down Broad Street, it's not going to be fun.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
the
no,
time
there
for
were
fun was 2022.
there. No, last season
that
was
was-
fun too. They
No,
played
it wasn't.
a little
Bullshit. Like, go back and listen to
I
our
guess
show.
you're
We,
right.
we did not have
We
fun
were
after
we
the
were
hot dog
complaining
episode.
about how they were never
You're
able to
goddamn
turn
right.
2. Yeah.
Dude, from the
All
Friday
right,
the
that's a good
13th
point.
episode on, like, we were not having fun, and we want to think we were, but we weren't. So
But there's teams out there playing fun, plucky baseball. Like, listen, the Phils
That's
are
not
good. They're gonna
Philadelphia's
be in
makeup.
October.
that's great, man. I love that people in Arizona are able to enjoy like 600 baseball. We're not. We won 750. and
I'm not talking about just the wins. I'm just like, because here's the thing: the A's are playing fun, plucky baseball, and they have dropped off a cliff since the last time I brought the A's up. But they're still playing fun, plucky baseball.
I'd
Like,
rather win than play fun, lucky baseball that
yes,
loses.
so would I. But there are teams, Cubs, Padres, that are doing both. The Giants, to an
Just
extent,
mentioned, don't have rings in the last 10 years. So I
doesn't
don't
matter.
care. It does. It does. No, you're done. We're out.
There are 100. There's 29 other teams that had every season without a ring.
That is correct. But what is the last fun team to win a World Series ring that didn't cheat?
Oh, that's
a caveat, isn't it?
That is a question.
That is a caveat, folks. We're going to get into that on another day. But for now,
I bet you. And I didn't watch enough of their games to know, but I bet you the Rangers fans thought that team was fun.
I'll tell you what, that
They
Rangers
sucked,
team
man.
actually was
They
a lot
sucked.
of fun. Dude,
Yeah.
and if there's ever a team that you can feel good about rooting for, they are a good underdog team that year. Like it's Ron Washington got his ring. Like, come on. Rangers. That's that or wait, was that Ron Wash or Bochy?
No, that was
Shit, was that Bochy?
that wasn't.
God damn it. I hate Bochy so much. So much.
It was Boat.
God damn it. All right. Can we go to an ad break? I gotta pee.
No, we can't because I
Why
pulled
not?
it up. I pulled it up.
Would you? Oh shit! Oh my god! I completely forgot the fair foul / Can I get a ruling? What is
Yeah.
it? Oh my god! That was an hour and a half ago. Oh shit! Buddy,
Last night's Phillies game. There's a villain in this story, and I will tell you who it is.
Do you
I
hear?
just talked to Gail on the phone. She gave me all the details. So first of all, the guy that hit the ball was Max, our boyfriend. We are not mad at him. He's not the villain. Gail says, and I'm paraphrasing here, but something to the effect of, it's not his fault that he's hitting dingers into the stands. She's sitting in section 103 front row. And when Max hit the ball, it like went up and got lost in the lights. So she didn't see it coming at her face until the very last minute. And by then it was too late to duck. She said 2 fans were really nice. One was an EMT and he was helping, and another went to get ice. During all of this, she like loses track of the ball. And so she turns to the guys next to her and she's like, do you have the ball? And they're like, no. Well, she has to go to the hospital. So off she goes. And this is where we learn who the villain of the story is. The people sitting right behind them told her friends like, yo, the guys sitting right next to you have this ball. They hid it. Now she had suspected this. So she went to the Phillies guy who worked that section and was like, can you go see if you can find this ball? He was like, those guys said, we don't have it. But allegedly, They do. And they didn't give it to the lady that got hit in the face. So she gets hit in the face with a hottie's home run, gets really terrible bruising, has to go to the hospital because they thought it was more serious. And then the ball that was rightfully hers got stolen by 2 grown man babies. Now, she was a little upset because nobody from the Phillies organization came to check on her. She was.
All right, that's enough of that.
Yeah, for sure. And have you seen the update that she got the ball and all that shit?
Oh, no, I have not.
Yeah, she got the ball. It's fine.
How'd she get the ball?
I imagine the internet happened and these assholes realized that if they didn't give her the ball, that they were going to be shunned for the rest of their entire adult life.
Yeah, so what's your take on it? Because I have one. I think she's right and wrong.
All right, so number one, if you get hit in the face with a foul ball or in any kind of ball at all, and you need medical attention, you have dibs on that ball in perpetuity. I don't give a flying hairy ass buns who picks that ball up. If it has maimed you and you require something that your Capital Blue Cross insurance is going to have to cover, that is your ball by right. These guys that did not give her the ball, that is some Bush League amateur hour stuff. That is crap. That is like, I don't know, that's some Hempel. That's some Zach Hempel related shit.
Ooh,
like,
wow.
I don't need a ball that bad. Like, there is a code. There is a code. Every person has to have a code. And if you get tattooed in the face with a ball, that's your ball. And you need to be an honorable enough person that is your code. Because if that's not your code, then you need to get the hell out of the stadium. What are your thoughts on that?
So I agree with you in ideology, right?
Sure.
Yeah, we agree on that. And that's where I think she's right and she's wrong. I think she's right that those men are the villains.
Yes, for
I
sure.
think
Max Kepler's not the villain. He hit a home run. Ding her
right.
up.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. What I did find interesting in that, though, the Max Kepler, the hottie, has he taken the Castellanos place for the females?
No.
I don't know. We're going to have to ask females.
Ladies of the Chase Nation, here's the poll, guys. Who is the bigger thought? And you know what? Honestly, I'm very sorry. This is not limited to ladies.
It's absolutely not.
Anyone can vote. Who is hotter, Max Kepler or Nick Castellanos? And honestly, Danny, I don't know because they are both 10 out of 10s, arguably 12 out of 10s.
I like a little darker skin complexion, a darker complected male. So it's Casty. You know what, though? Me.
I know it's Casty for you, but I feel like Kepler might be down for going for more walks than Casty. So I don't know. Like, I feel like Kepler is more of a romantic type, whereas Casty is more of a Casanova type.
No, I'm with you. I think Kepler would be the commitment, and
yes, Casty's the fling. You know what?
Absolutely.
You're right. You're so Colin Firth is Kepler and Hugh Grant is Casty in this Bridget Jones Diary analogy.
That's correct. All right,
I love it. I'll buy that. Amazing. Well done, team. Well done.
There we go. So she's right. The gentlemen are the villains. The ball is not hers. That being said,
why is that ball not hers, Danny? Why is that ball not hers?
What's the difference between her taking it in the face, other than taking it in the face, and the guy with the beer in his hand who reaches up for it and gets a bad angle on it and breaks his thumb or whatever, and then to roast down the guy gets it? Now, here's the thing: if she is going to take it in the face like that, I think the onus is on that section to be like, "Hey, here's your ball." But that, like, I'm automatically entitled to this, I just don't agree.
Here's the thing, Danny.
I think she should walk away with the ball. And if she doesn't walk away with the ball, there is something wrong with everyone there in society. That being said, she doesn't automatically get it.
Here's the problem, though.
Yeah.
You and I went to Catholic school. And because of that, we are more in a sense of understanding theology. And when I bring up the baseball gods, I can only assume that when a ball is connected with a bat and find its way to your face hole, the baseball gods have decided that is your ball. And they have chosen you. They have tattooed you with the ball that is now yours. And for people to keep that from them, they are risking upsetting the baseball gods. Your thoughts?
I listen, man. So ultimately, I like that.
Right?
I agree with you in ideology. I absolutely do.
And theology or just ideology?
Ooh.
Oh God, I missed this.
Yeah, right. So that's a tough question. The concept of the ball chose you is
The
something
ball
that
chose you, buddy.
I do kind of like. You know what? Screw it. Ball chose you.
The ball chose you. That is your ball. The ball tattooed you in the face.
Yeah.
That is your ball. The ball chose you.
We got
100%.
together. We got together. The call is the ball chose you. All right. Well done,
you.
Alex. Let's go
Awesome.
to a break.
Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. I got to pee.
Hey, SpongeBob, check out my new shirt.
Patrick, is that a heavy metal unicorn?
Uh-huh.
I want one.
Well then, click the link in the episode description to go to the Quit Chasin merchandise store and get one.
Absolutely. Wait, what's a Quit Chasin?
Huh, even I know what Quit Chasin is.
Well, what is it, Squidward?
Just look up Quit Chasin Podcast on social media. I've got customers lining up.
Did somebody say Quit Chasin?
Wow, Mr. Krabs, you have a Quit Chasin coffee mug, hoodie, t-shirt, and is that a shirt for Gary?
Meow.
It sure is. The prices are so low, I feel like I'm getting it for free. And you know how I love to keep on to me monies.
Come on, Patrick, let's visit the Quit Chasin store. Well, hey there, Chase Nation. Alex Kruger here. As our friends from Bikini Bottom go shopping, don't forget to email us at quitchasinpodcast@gmail.com if you want to share feedback or maybe even if you have an idea for an episode of Quit Chasin After Dark. Send it on over. And now, back to the show.
Welcome back. I'm Dick Bayless. That's Stephen S. Smith. And welcome back to Point Counterpoint. Alex, I'll tell you what, that first half, we got a little bit hot. That might have been the hottest we've ever gotten on the show.
It might have been the hottest, but also the awesomest we've ever gone. I thought that was a really, really fun series of conversations. It was an interesting way to come back after 2 weeks off, and I'm excited for the rest of it. Guys, I have alluded for 3 weeks, a month, 2.5 years. I'm not sure, but I was recently, as you may or may not know, on the Walking Dead cast, part of Podcastica Network, talking about the Negan and Maggie show of The Walking Dead, Dead City. And on that, our friend Becky Anderson was on the show. And when I went on the show to guest with her, she was wearing a Trash Pandas shirt. And as you all know, the Trash Pandas are a beloved minor league team. And I had mentioned this to her. She told me that her friend Amy Davis works for the Trash Pandas. So I had mentioned that if there was any kind of merchandise I would love, it would be a ice cream helmet, because as you all know, right behind me, I love a good ice cream helmet. So Amy Davis sent me a care package, and I got to be honest with you, it is large, and I think it's more than just an ice cream helmet. So what I want to do is I want to open it in front with all of you. Danny, what do you say?
I say, well, yeah, let's do it. Everyone loves a good unboxing video because we're 12-year-old YouTubers.
Who doesn't? So here is my Switchblade. Thank you, Uncle Dave.
Okay.
All right. Okay. I am.
Okay, there we go.
It says fragile. It says very fragile. And I'm curious because all I asked for was an ice cream helmet. So why anything might be fragile in that, I don't know. So let's see what happens here. Okay. We've got some great tissue paper. Very excited to see what happened. Oh, shit. All right. So this is some good stuff. First off, we have the Trash Panda ice cream helmet. It looks phenomenal.
That's great.
That. But Danny, do you remember when we got our Harrisburg Senators helmets?
I sure do. Get out of town,
buddy. This is an authentic, actual batting helmet from the. Oh shit! I completely forget the name of the
Rocket City Trash Pandas.
Rocket City Trash Pandas. Look at this thing, man.
Wait, that's not a plastic one?
No, it's a plastic one.
Oh, okay.
But just like our Harrisburg Senators.
Yes, yeah.
I'm going out for Pupo's bachelor party this week, and we're going to be playing softball. I'm going to take both of these batting helmets, and how amazing is this? Nice. I now have a Trash freaking Pandas full-sized adult batting helmet. How amazing
I love
is
it.
that?
I love it.
But wait,
what
more? We
awesome.
Have Trash Panda stickers out the wazoo.
Yes,
for sure.
Nice,
Amy Davis, nicely done. You exceeded expectations and then some. Even the koozie. So thank you so much. This was a phenomenal surprise. Becky, Amy Davis, thank you guys so much. This was a truly a delight. Thank you guys.
That's awesome. I'll tell you what we'll do next week, Alex. Let's put some Trash Pandas games in the week that was.
Ooh, we can definitely make that happen. We can make that happen. So when I'm at Poopo's bachelorette party this weekend, again, I will be taking the Trash Panda gear. And folks, I'll be throwing up on the old Facebook some of the vibes with the Senators and the Trash Pandas, because this is the coolest thing that has ever happened to me. This is awesome. Thank you so much, Amy. Thank you. You're awesome.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I feel left out now. Give me 1 second. There we go.
There it is with the Harrisburg Senators. You know what's funny? I looked when we were at the Reading Phils game. I looked for the legit batting helmet. I didn't find it. I did not find the actual batting helmet there, and I went in the store.
So did I. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
you didn't see it either?
No, I was looking. Great merch, though. Great merch at that place.
Really good merch at that game. But dude, I am so excited to put some of this on the cars. Because if ever there was a mascot that was not affiliated with the Phillies that I could see myself rooting for, it is 100% the Trash Pandas. I love a good raccoon story. And again, Amy Davis, thank you so much. This was so much cooler than I could have even ever expected to hope for.
Yeah, that's very cool. Very cool. We should get down to a game.
We should. And things like this, honestly, buddy, they got me amped up. And you know what else has me amped up, Danny?
No, what?
Well, the fact that we haven't done amped up in a while, but here's what's got me amped up.
Because we killed it. And then we did a string of non-trad episodes, and you said, screw it, we're bringing it back.
We're bringing it. You're welcome. I didn't do media stables, folks, because I was pretty damn close. But here's the thing, buddy. I am amped up about the township, borough, whatever of Mount Gretna, Pennsylvania. It is in Lancaster County. It is a weird little slice of heaven. So for my job, I get to meet with wonderful people that give money to local neighborhoods to help them out. And one of our donors lives in Mount Gretna out in Lancaster County. So we went out there. Honestly, I don't know if it's Lancaster or Lebanon County, but anyways, we went out there to his place. And
great question. Might be Lebanon.
It could go either way. It's right between E-Town and Hershey, so right in the chocolate capital of the world. It could go either way. But anyways, the coolest thing about Mount Gretna is that there are 4 fiefdoms inside of it, and it all depends. But
please excuse my ignorance, Alex.
Please, of course.
I do not
understand the concept of the fiefdom.
Yeah.
So there are 4 distinct personalities within Mount Gretna. All right, here's how I'm going to describe Mount Gretna. Okay. To everyone that listens to this pod, 4 of you will understand it, and 3 of you are poopos. But it is Dauphin, but with a Cape May aesthetic. So it is very.
What did you say? A fiefdom?
A fiefdom. That is the way my donor approached.
Is that like
He's
a
95
village?
years old.
It's like a village.
It is. There are 4 very distinct little neighborhoods within Mount Gretna.
Okay.
And every house is unique. It is such a wonderful slice of heaven in the side of the world.
What makes it different than a township?
I have absolutely no earthly clue, but there is an ethnocentricity of
what is the government structure of a fiefdom?
Danny, I don't know. I am an ignorant American and I went to Catholic schools, so I know about the Catholic structure, but not America's. Good job, parents. Anyways, so I don't know, man. I don't know, but it's really cute. They have the Jigger Shop with the J, the Jigger Shop, which is an amazing
don't even know
ice cream. An amazing ice cream shop. They have Governor Dick Strait Park, which has a phenomenal observation deck. And they have some really good biking trails. So if you ever get a chance to go to Mount Gretna, PA, they have a cool beach and a lake. I highly recommend it. It's a cool ass spot. I especially recommend it in the fall when the leaves are turning. But Mount Gretna, PA always has me amped up. It is gorgeous out there. I loved it.
Yeah. I've been to the lake once or twice. The Ren Fair, we talked about it last season. It's a cute little area. Apparently, there's a restaurant and a cave.
Absolutely, there is both of those things. Danny, what's got you amped up, buddy?
So last night,
Oh shit!
watching the Phils take on the Marlins of Miami, down there in Miami.
Yeah,
that's where they are. I'm watching the game, scrolling through the internet, and Tony Luke's beloved cheesesteak place here in Philadelphia. They have a location inside the ballpark.
Okay.
Put a post. Oh, let me find it. They put a post out, or up. Up is the word, I suppose. In the 5th inning of the game.
Okay.
They make a social media post. They tweet it out. It goes all over their socials saying, if you're at Citizens Bank Park for the Phillies game tonight, don't miss your shot at Tony Luke's cheesesteak. Hot off the grill, packed with fresh ribeye and dripping with flavor. It's a South Philly classic, right where it belongs. Find us inside the ballpark.
Okay. What's wrong with that?
The ballpark was closed. There was nobody in it. The Phillies were playing in Miami. And not only was it like a, gates open 2 hours before a game, they make this post in the 5th inning.
That's pretty tough. That's pretty damn tough, man. Like, how did the kids that are doing the social media not know that?
Absolutely.
They should be savvier than that.
Right. And if you're going to say, right, exactly. If you're going to do this whole thing, at least know the Phil's schedule. Okay. Maybe 100%. You mixed up the ats, Philly at Miami. You mixed it up. At least you would know not to maybe say, hey, if we're going down to the game in the 5th inning, leave now. You might make it in time for the end. Like,
that's pretty tough. That is a tough ass look, man. Like, and all right, so everyone that is not from Philadelphia knows of the other two cheesesteak place. That's what are the two big ones?
Patrick's and Giovanno's.
Patrick and Giovanno's. So tell me, what is Tony Luke's and what is Campos in relation to those two? Because you talk about the Schwarber Campos all the time. So what is Tony Luke's compared to Campos? What do my Harrisburg ass not know?
Right. So, the great debate, and like everyone will pull their Philly card and do whatever. They'll be like, oh, this place, that place, whatever.
David Buster's has a great cheesesteak, but go ahead.
Oh, that's the thing, man. Like, they're all the same.
It's meat in a bun with cheese.
Absolutely. Some chop them, some chopped the meat, some sliced the meat, some use different cheeses. Other than that, it's all the same. Hate to break it to you, Philly, and I know people are going to die over this, but it's what's going on. There are some of the more touristy, trappy ones. Obviously, Patrick's and Giovanno's are the more touristy trap ones. Tony Luke's, I don't really know. He's got a place in South Philly. It's whatever. There's a lineage. I don't know it. I don't care. They have also expanded. There's 3 Ocean City, Maryland locations. There's a Ocean City, Maryland.
No, both of them.
Sure. There's an Atlantic City location. There's a couple casinos in Atlanta. So Campos, on the other hand. Now, here's the thing. Campos and Tony Luke's are both in the ball.
They're both in the what?
Ballpark. They're both at Citizens Bank Park. There's
Correct.
Tony Luke. There's Tony Luke's and a Campos.
Menu
Campos,
styles?
well, they're cheesesteaks.
Okay.
You got the variations that come.
You like Campos, so why is Campos better than Tony Luke's?
I just like it. I just like Campos. Out of those two,
is it the bread? Yeah. Is it the meat? Is it the cheese? What is it?
It's nothing. I don't know. Maybe it's cheese. I don't know what the Sure. I don't know. I don't know. Right, honestly. I don't know. I just like it better. And then when those are your two options in the ballpark, I go to Campos before the game. That's, my routine. You've seen me. I go there. I eat there. I get my beer. I get my Campos. I stand there in whatever Ashburn Alley with the little tray. I look over the outfield during batting practice or a long toss or whatever. I eat it. I grab another beer. I go up to my seat and I watch the ball game. That's my move. I prefer that one. They have their main shop is on, I don't know, like 2nd and Market. It's on Market.
Okay.
I'm thinking in between 2nd and 3rd. It might be in between front and 2nd, but doesn't matter. I've been to that one as well. I like their hoagies a little more than cheesesteaks, but Campos is my thing.
For sure.
Campos is our thing. Schwarber murders Campos.
He does.
We're a Campos show.
We're Team Campos for sure.
You know, there's 2 of them. There's in Ballpark and they're on 2nd and Market. Unlike this fraud Tony Luke, who has 3 in Ocean City and 1 in the Casino in Atlanta and doesn't even know when and where the Phils are playing.
Then screw Tony Luke's. We are Team Campos. Folks, the official message of Team Quit Chasin'. We are Team Campos. Danny, we love Team Campos. We do not. We actually hate Tony Luke. So here's another question for love it or hate it. It is currently June 19th, 2025, summer 2025. So far, Danny, do you love it or you hate it?
I hate it. Absolutely hate it.
It's the worst summer I can remember in the last 10 years. It is nothing but rainy. It is nothing but indecisive. Is it going to be 70 degrees or 110 degrees? I don't know. But there's
and then even when it's 110 degrees, it rains and goes back to 70.
I have had to hustle my ass off to mow the lawn in the brief 4-hour microscopic increments in which it is dry enough for me to mow the lawn and I'm able to do it before it starts to rain again. Like, I don't know if this is about emissions or whatever, but something in the atmosphere is wrong because this summer has been
El Nino, Spanish for the Nino. It's an absolute joke. I think it's something like 14 consecutive rainy weekends. Here's the funny thing, because I did some digging. Even with all this rain, because of how dry the fall into the winter was, Philly is still inching out of drought stage. It's still considered. Yeah,
that's wild. Like, okay,
that was as of last week. I'm sure it has had to have gotten out by now because it's done nothing but rain. But in the beginning of June, it was still in drought phase.
All right, so we're at minute 52. If we have to edit this out, so be it. But like, how can people not appreciate global warming?
Why would we edit this out?
I don't know, but like when this level of evidence and like obviously shit has gone awry is right in front of how do people not realize that we need to reduce our carbon footprint and not be so bad to planet Earth because we're
liberal lefty lie, Alex. What's your problem? Aren't you?
I don't know. I who knows?
There's money to be made, damn it.
So love it or hate it, Danny. Summer 2025 so far.
Capitalism.
Hate it. Buddy, I think we did it. We're under an hour.
Right. I mean, I just haven't seen you in so long that I just want to continue talking, even though we have no idea what we're talking about at this point. Not that we ever did the 52 minutes before this.
That's a great point. Pupo
Why
said
start
he was
now?
tired of seeing Chris's face on his YouTube every time he tried to look at Quit Chasin'. So
he said that.
He did, but here's the thing, Chris. It's not your fault. It's because Matt loves me so much that he felt abandoned without me for the last 3 weeks, month. I don't know how long it's been, but it's been way too long, folks. Quit Chasin' is a wonderful, wonderful way to live life. And who knows how it's going to go and how we're going to do it. But Danny, I am having so much fun. So thank you so much for us having a phenomenal episode again.
Do you want to debut our new bit? Do you want to try out our new bit right now?
Yeah, but if you got it, I got
it ready.
As long as I don't have to do anything but react, I'm in. Go for it.
Yeah. Because you brought him up. Well, Poopa brought him up. This is our new bit. We're thinking about floating this one. Chris, please, we want you to be as much a part of this or as no part of this as you want to be, but we need you, so please be a part of it. This is a bit that Alex and I are trying out called Chris's News. This is all the stuff that Chris sends us that we just don't talk about.
And it's amazing.
Yeah. Zach Wheeler announced that he was going to retire after the 2027 season. Chris's News. Weston Wilson down. Buddy up. Chris's News. That was Chris's News.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
We'll work on it, but that's the idea.
I liked it. Why is Wheeler's declaration of 2 more years a surprise to anyone when we knew that when we signed him to the extension?
Did we know that?
We've known that forever. We've known that this contract was his last contract. He said that when he signed it. This is
Did he
not
say that?
news. He did, man.
All right.
I'm telling you.
I'm going to take your word for it. I don't know or care.
Pagan said it too. Also, by the way, buddy,
there you go.
can I tell you a funny story?
Yeah.
So,
yes, please.
Some douchebag tagged Crucky in a story that Pagan wrote about Pagan saying that Kruk is boycotting the Sixers, and Kruk took it really seriously. So I commented back like, Kruk, like Pagan's one of the best satirists in Philadelphia. Like this was all tongue in cheek. He loves you, and Pagan loved it. And I felt really seen in that moment. I really did.
Well,
I loved it to pieces. I mean, you've actually met the motherfucker, but
I have. I was saying I'll throw up. Maybe the cover art will be the picture of me and him.
No, the cover art has to be Bart Simpson. No, there's no way around that.
Fine.
Adrian's Revenge. Come on.
Love it or hate it, Alex. Let's end the show. Everybody, this was fun. Alex, welcome back, man. It's good to have you back. It was good to do a trad QC.
Chad.
Yeah. Hey, we'll do better next week. I promise. Everyone knows an ant can't move a rubber tree plant.